As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second annual mayoral election for Saint Denis Mayor. On my left, we have the current mayor, Dr. Mayor Doomsday. On our right, we have the mayoral candidate, Pastor Samuel Phantom. Now, we're going to go ahead and begin. First things first, we're going to give both candidates an opportunity to explain what kind of the mayor they expect you to have, what kind of mayor they plan to be.
You got something that, what is his name? Doctor, supposedly Mayor Doomsday. He gave you something that he wanted to give you, not what you guys needed. He said, hey, let me go on ahead and make a non-FDA approval vaccine and let me pass it out to the people. We don't, it's not FDA approved if anybody ever, nobody thinks about that. All right. So we don't know what just went inside of our bodies. But this is what I can do for everyone here. I'm pretty sure everybody has goals and etc. Everybody has all kinds of things. They just want to be able to walk the streets again. And I guess what? There was supposedly a speech that Dr. Mayor Doomsday said in the news in Annisburg. He does not care about what you need or even want. He's not caring about the death rate, the crime rate. He's not worried about that. He's not worried about it. And he will not deny it. But somehow he is still there. Now I can bring up all these other things and whatnot, but this is what I can do for the people. I definitely will find out how to make peace between people and this human race. There's no way it's doomed. It cannot be doomed. There's too many days to go on knowing that we got Dr. Nomi over there and her child, knowing that her child might get caught in crossfire because we got criminals. We got corrupt lawmen. We got all kinds of things around here in St. Denis. But who's going to take care of them? Not Dr. Mayor Doomsday. He's probably trying to find out how to make the next disease and give you the next vaccine. Now, this is not me trying to come for you, Dr. Mayor Doomsday, but I have to tell the truth. What is it that you guys need? You guys need work. What is it, guys, that you guys need? You need peace. What else do you need? Well, guess what? I am all ears and I want to hear and I will make it happen. That's the problem. Some people just don't make it happen. You have been struggling or either just not caring or nobody is caring about you. But I tell you this, I'll do that. I will put that time into my day and care about every individual resident of Saint Denis. Yes, take care of Saint Denis. I'm ready to take care of the world. But what is Dr. Mayor Doomsday getting ready to do? I have more to say, but let's pass it on to him.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to say I wasn't expecting that from someone I assumed would be admirable, such as a pastor, but, it's politics, and as anybody knows, obviously, I'm already mayor, so this is my first rodeo with the politics. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and start off by not slandering Pastor Samuel and the things that he did, may not have done, or just blatant lies. Instead, I'll just talk about me, because that's all you really need to be worried about right now. At the end of the day, there's a lot of things that Pastor said, but break down what he genuinely just said to you people. Now, I know not everybody is as smart as I am, and not everybody went to school or went to college like I did, so I'll break it down for you. Anybody who knows anything about ethos, pathos, and logos, basically, what that entails is that this man here is trying to appeal to you and get your empathy. He wants your votes to come from empathy. So he says, "Oh, listen, Dr. Mayor Doomsday, he's bad. He's got these vaccines and they're not FDA approved. But where's the backbone to these statements?" Now I could go and bring up, the fact that when I announced it, I had all of the receipts. I do have FDA approval. I have spoken with the Dr. Chief. I do have all the legalities. But I'm not here to debunk or go back and forth about his statements. I'm here to tell you the truth. And I told you all, I said, I'm not a man of the people. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I'm not a man of the people. Okay? People have things that they want and they need, but at the end of the day, you really can't please everybody. And at the end of the day, that's not what I'm going to do. I am not going to take and continue my position to please everybody. I'm here to do what needs to be done. I'm here to make those hard decisions that people like Pastor Samuel can't make because he's too empathetic. And the government is not a job for the weak. I am a strong leader who has a strong backbone and will do what I want. Pastor Samuel will bend over backwards for whatever the government tells him to do. He says he's going to work for you, but he's not. He's going to lean over the table, and they're going to screw him and screw all of you. He doesn't have the backbone to carry this city. He's too damn old to carry this damn city. You need somebody strong. You need somebody strapping. You need somebody willing to fight for what they want. And what I want, just as I said before, and I'll say it again, I want to appeal for the human race. There's so much more that the human race can tap into. Screw the poverty, screw lowering crime rate. That is not be controlled by a mayor. What can be controlled is how we evolve as people, as human beings at a molecular level. We are so special. We are such incredible creatures, and we've only scratched the surface. Now, at the end of the day, I can continue my work whether I'm mayor or not. I would like to stay your mayor because I'm the only one with the guts to do it. Now, whether you like that or not, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you want. But I know what you need, whether you know it or not. And that's what I would promise as mayor.
All right, thank you very much, both of you. Now we're going to go ahead and open up to the community for a brief intermission to ask questions to either the mayor or the mayoral candidate.
Hello there. My name is Sergeant Matthew Bartholomew. Question for Doomsday.
Yeah.
So, you claim to have had so much backbone over Samuel here, Mr. Phantom, Pastor Samuel, whatever. So I want to ask why you have so much backbone that you almost begged me to help you when it came to assisting you with your speech and your cure, as well as you begged everyone throughout your entire speech as to why they should take this so-called vaccine.
It's a great question, Sergeant Bartholomew. I think beg is a bit overboard. I came to you and asked you to do your job, and well, hold on now, don't ask me a question and then argue with me, okay? So, I came to you and I asked you to do a job. You did the job. I paid you for the job. I don't really consider that begging. I didn't get on my knees and say, oh, please, Sergeant Bartholomew, will you please do your job for me? No. I came to you and I said, hey, these people need to take this vaccine. And I didn't tell you I wanted you to do that for me. I wanted you to do it for mankind. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, cholera is real. Disease is real. Death is real. Now, my means to prevent it might not be liked by everybody, but at the end of the day, that's why I'm mayor. Because I'm willing to make those tough decisions. I'm willing to be the beacon of hate.
Then, as soon as no one else is asking, I have another question. This one goes to Pastor Samuel.
Yes, I'm listening. You probably can't. I'm listening.
Anyways, this question for Pastor Samuel. Now you claim you know what the city needs, you know what the city wants, or you can help with everyone's city, within the city's wants and needs. What do you think that this city wants and needs as a whole? Not just what I need or what the law needs or what anyone else in these houses next door needs. What do you think Saint Denis as an entire needs or wants?
What it needs is what? Okay. What it needs is for there to not be basically what I'm trying to get at is there's something internal about us human beings. Now, we have somebody here to my right that wants to scratch a different surface. He might he might bring something to this world that shouldn't be here. But there's something internal, something called self-control. There's something that needs to be preached to the people. And hey, you can only make people believe as much as you can. But there's something called self-control. And if every single person had that, we'd be flourishing. We'd be flourishing. What does it need? Okay, more construction, more finances, and etc. More businesses. Fine, we'll do it. That's fine. The main thing that we need, and it's crazy how we have a a mayor that is not worried about what the people need. He's just doing what he was going to do regardless, with a position, with a label, for no reason, wasting the position and the time where people day by day, it's probably been months, years. What the people need is they need something called self-control and realization and self-evaluation. If we can all understand each other and comprehend, if we can be unified. Some people know me that I'm always saying the word unified. Why am I always saying the word unified? Because if we are unified, we can move forward as a human race. That's what we can do. We don't need things to be implanted into us for us to change. We don't need that. We can change ourselves. For some people that say that they can't, it's just lying to yourself. It's an excuse. We need to change first.
It's not, I went a bit off track of what I asked. I only asked simply, well, what do you think the city needs? Okay, self-control. Now,
It's not to preach the word of morals. How about that? You don't want to hear God's name? How about morals? How about lessons? Come on, don't tell me nobody has no morals here. All right now.
Morals are restraints put on humans by humans.
Y'all heard it yourselves. Listen to them. Crazy. Crazy. And that's exactly why we're all separated. You have no morals. Why are we all segregated? Why are we all separated? Why are we on different pages? Why are we on different books? Because nobody has morals. If we all had morals, if we knew right from wrong, okay, then we could talk businesses, we could talk about construction, architecture of the Saint Denis, opportunity. We could talk about that. How can we talk about that when nobody has morals? Nobody doesn't care about the next person. Is it that hard to understand? The comprehension levels have to increase here in Saint Denis. This is beyond me.
Can I do a quick social experiment with the crowd here? Everybody, pay attention to these instructions that I'm going to give you. So go ahead and stand over here to the right, my right, if you do not have morals. And if you do have morals, go ahead and stand over to the left side, over there by Pastor Sam. Make your decisions now. Go on now, come on. The sooner everybody picks their sides, then the sooner we can keep moving. If you got morals, left side. If you don't have morals, right side. All right, so take a look at the crowd there, Pastor Samuel. Your statement was that if we all had morals, the whole world would be a better place. And you're looking at our crowd here, majority of the people claim they do have morals. So if the majority of the people have morals, why isn't the world a better place, Pastor Samuel?
I like what you did there. If you actually are doing your numbers, everybody is still doing wrong. So these people on my left-hand side are still not perfect. We make mistakes, but if they can understand, oh, I made a mistake, I need to do better. Okay, those people on your right, I'm not going to treat them as outcasts. I want y'all to look over to me on the right. Look at me straight in the eyes. People like you, oh, I'm not perfect. Nobody cares about me. If I'm not perfect, then, hey, that man's preaching morals and what, oh, he must be perfect. I can make a mistake. I can make a mistake because I'm human, but are you going to try to do better? This is the thing about Doomsday. Whatever he does, he feels as if it's right. Imagine if everybody, we're all living in the real world, if everybody did not care and felt like anything they did was right. Oh, I guess you just pictured what it would look like in your head. This whole city would be on fire, burning. All I'm trying to do is get to your heart, and then we can get into your pockets, get into your mind, and then we can get into the future. All right? I can help you fatten up those pockets. That won't even be a problem. I'm not worried about. I'm not even worried about this. We're not talking businesses and everything else. If I can't get to the people first, what's the point? We still have the government. The government doesn't probably care about most of us here, right? He was talking about I'm going to be working for the government. What are you doing with the government? Words from I probably shouldn't be saying this, but Lieutenant City. Oops, I meant Lieutenant 50.
Are you
Referring when you say Lieutenant City, are you referring to that the
Yes.
wanted criminal that was involved in the corruption scheme on your property? When those people were brutally beat down on your property and the program that you signed for? Is that true, or am I lying, or is that the truth, Pastor Samuel? Answer my question.
Actually meant to say Lieutenant 50. It's actually
Oh,
too close of the same words.
I mean, 50 and city. I mean, do you want to trust your state? Do you want to trust your city in a man's pockets of someone who can't even pronounce the word 50? 50 does not sound that close to city.
Yes, that's a great reason to not vote for me. I said, anyways, the point is,
You're a fool. That's the point I'm trying to get across.
that man told me that the government doesn't even like this man over here to my right. But y'all didn't know that now, did you? Now, why would the government not even like them? The government doesn't like a lot of them. But what is Doomsday doing that the government does not like? Well, I keep bringing up the vaccines, and it's like nobody's understanding how bad it is to let this man continue doing this work. Literally, a man that does not have any morals, that feels like anything he is doing is right. So what if he put something in us and he felt like it was right, but we didn't like it? You wouldn't have a word or say, right? Because he doesn't care about what you think. He doesn't care about what you need or want.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Well, you heard it here yourself,
I
folks.
have a question. Pastor Samuel.
How many damn questions are you going to ask? Let someone else ask a question.
Well, is anyone else asking a question?
Yes.
Anyone else got a question?
Yes.
Yeah, I got a question.
Oh,
I'll go first.
You, sir, in the blue jacket. Go ahead.
This is a question that both mayors can answer at one time. So
there's only one mayor on this stage.
Potential mayor stand. Say it like that. So as you know, in the city of Saint Denis, there are a lot of homeless people or poor people. Some of them just mind their business and go annoy people to give them money. A lot of them go into the criminal world. Is there anything these potential mayors are looking to fix about that? Help these people out?
No.
No.
Nope.
You heard yourself.
There's more important things to worry about in this city than the poor people.
So basically, in the midst of him not caring, that could have been you in that situation. Poor, hurt, injured. He wouldn't care. You'd be dead by tomorrow. But no, I do. I'm going to check all these streets. I'm checking building to building. I'm checking house to house. Who else is going to do it? Therefore, I have to. Not because I have to. I actually want to. And I'm going to do it the right way. Come on now.
Thought there was another man that had a question.
Yes, sir, I do.
Go ahead.
I'm a gentleman in the black and a union cap. Right up here front, right up here.
Yeah, what's going on?
I would like to ask a question. What are you going to do about the corruption in the law enforcement, and how are you planning to get rid of all of it?
Well, first, there's going to have to be multiple steps where when we talk about deciphering who is who, I'm going to have to change up who we're hiring now, because the thing about the law is that they all trust each other, but they don't know if there's corruption right to their left or to their right. Therefore, when it comes down to deciphering, somebody's resume can seem perfectly fine, but if I need to get in some kind of doctor to test their mindset, and honestly, how can you know until they do something, correct? Now, the thing is, how do we prevent that? That's something I need to figure out. Now, when it actually happens, there's been multiple times. There's the corrupted lawmen. They do something corrupt behind closed doors. Nobody sees it. For example, I seen a couple corrupted things, and that was the reason of the protest, but nobody speaks up. And then what happens? They do something corrupt, and they're right back in the station, just working their 9 to 5, right? Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. We put strict rules on the civilians and residents. We're going to put strict rules on them as well. Don't worry. We're going to put lots of strict rules on the law.
Thank you, sir.
And honestly, the law shouldn't have any problem with that. Because yes, the law does good things as well. They stop criminals. They stop crazy people. But does the law stop the law themselves? The corrupted law? Now, supposedly, I'm hearing that those 3 people from the COTS have been captured, probably looking for that 4th one. So that's something good that the law is doing. At least, I tell you that. Mm-hmm.
Next question.
All right. Anyways,
Hold
Pastor
on.
Samuel.
Can we let that ma'am right here? Go ahead.
Wait, who's who? Well, me.
Are you a woman?
I thought you said a lawman with a hat. I was
I
like,
said
what?
ma'am with the hat.
No, same thing. Anyway, go on.
What?
Dr. Nomi Strife, I think he's talking to you.
Oh, that's what I was paying attention.
Dr. Mayor Doomsday, while she's writing down the question, did you want to make a statement on that last man's question?
No, I think that as far as the problem with corruption in the law, that's not my job to deal with. That's why there's a U.S. Marshal. I think that you should refer that question to the U.S. Marshal, let him deal with it. Like I said, there's more important things for me and your mayor to be concerned about than the corruption of the law. If you have a problem with the corruption of the law, go to the Marshal. If you have problems involving mayoral duties, then come to the mayor. That is my statement.
I'm sorry. I have a question. But what if the marshal?
I don't recall saying that you could ask your question, sir. We have a line. Back of the
I'm
line,
sorry,
please.
sir. No, I'm sorry, sir, but I have to
No,
make this
back of
statement.
the line, please, sir. We
I
don't want to have to
apologize.
make, sir, please, back of the line. All right, what's the question? I'm going to read this question out for the crowd people. What? Ma'am, the questions are meant to be for the mayoral candidates, not for the crowd. I'm not sure what you're going for here. I think that your question here is asking people who are they voting for. It's not something that we do here at a press conference. Do you have a follow-up question, or can we continue?
Can you still read out the question?
Okay. It says, which of these men, in your own opinion, shows the best influence? Okay, it's a pretty, that's kind of what an election is for, when you make an election.
At the end of the day, I have no intentions on influencing any of you.
So why did you take the position?
Can I finish my statement? Pastor Sam, I really haven't interrupted you very much at all, and I don't seem to get that same courtesy, and I am your mayor. That's crazy. Anyway, as I was saying, I have no intentions on being an influence to any of you. I could care less about being an influence to you. I could care less about being your role model, someone you look up to, someone you admire. At the end of the day, facts don't care about your feelings. I care about facts. Your feelings mean nothing to me. How you perceive my words is up to you. You have the full right and decision to process my words the way that you process it. But those who are on the same wavelength as me, and they understand that there's more important things to deal with than the day-to-day dramas of every city, every town that you can't combat. When you're sitting there spending all of your day combating the things that you can't solve, you end up doing nothing. And instead of doing nothing, I did what needed to be done. And if you go ahead and vote for me again, I'm gonna continue to do that. That is what I promise, and I could care less about it. So if you find the pastor more influential, more admirable, more of a what do they call him? Role model. Power to you. You're an idiot, but power to you because you have that decision.
I like if you
That's your right.
Respect the people or me, because honestly, you're promising and telling them if you were continuing or this whole time you've been fine with these people dying on the streets, but you're not worried about that. You're worried about evolution and the way you've described the evolution in your brain, the way you've self-described it and not what it should actually be. But okay. They're idiots, right? Because they want something good for once.
Dying, but at the end of the day, people die every day. So
Okay.
unless you're gonna go and put on that law enforcement uniform like these lawmen out there are wearing, and you're gonna go and combat crime firsthand, because at the end of the day, if the crime rate goes down, it's not because of anything you've done. It's because of what the law has done. So for you to try to take credit for that or expect me to take credit for that is shameful, in my opinion. I think that personally, if you're going to become a mayor, the decisions that you make should be decisions that you can change. Not sitting here wasting your time trying to step on the law's toes and change the way they got things going on, their chain of command, telling them, oh, hey, I know you do things this way, but I, Pastor Samuel, with no law enforcement experience whatsoever, I'm going to tell you how to change this city and how to combat crime. Yeah, good luck.
I like to say this real quick. Somebody answer Lee Thompson over there in the crowd. How does a law keep their job? How does law keep their job? Well, they need criminals, right? So why would
non-law enforcement official how the law keeps their job?
Okay, well, honestly, if a
ask the sergeant right there in front of you how he keeps it.
Well, sergeant. Well, you know what's crazy? If sergeant really understands, what is the description of their job? They handle things like that, don't they? All right, if they're not firefighter, are they handling fires? Oh, they're handling people most of the time, 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So that's how they keep their job. So if you're fine with not trying to change these criminals, I'm not taking credit.
You asked that man a question and didn't let him answer it.
Well, let me tell you like this.
Why is he still talking? Who the fuck is that guy?
Well, he wasn't asking.
Hey, whoa! I ain't disrespecting you over there, Doomsday.
It's Dr. Mayor Doomsday to you.
Fuck your title.
Well, I think that's very disrespectful. He wasn't even asking.
Kick him out.
Yeah, he decided to disrespect.
Those are your friends. Those are your.
No.
Kick him out.
You said Lee Thompson, right? If I recall correctly, Lee Thompson, you were in your own little scandal. You know, you've been in and out of prison a couple times. So for you to be the one asked about how the law keeps their job, well, they keep the job because of people like you. Now, Pastor Samuel, that's your friend, yes or no? Just simple, yes or no. Is that your friend? Is Lee Thompson your friend? Will you consider Lee Thompson your associate? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so you're hanging around with the people that you are saying are causing the problems. You say there's too much crime. He has a criminal record. He's been arrested multiple times. So, with that same logic of you saying that the issue with this town is crime, but yet you're hanging out with people committing the crimes, how is you solving anything? If you can't solve it while you're a day-to-day pastor, what makes you think just because you become a mayor, you're going to solve the problem while still hanging out with the problem?
So for any possible criminals out there, you're outcast, right? We just outcast the people that do bad. The man that sits probably in his lab 24/7 doesn't probably see daylight, maybe probably his first time. No disrespect. Everything sounds disrespectful now. But listen, but what happened to Lee Thompson? Did he need therapy after? Yes, the COTS program. Guess what? I signed that. I signed it to happen so people would stop doing criminal things. But guess what happened? I have people in my law. I talked to Doomsday. He said everything will be fine. He's gonna keep control of his law. But hey, how much can Doomsday control, right? So it's okay if Doomsday can't control it. Supposedly I can't control it. So we'll continue to have corrupt law or just corrupt people in general. Corruption is everywhere. It's not specified. Oh, just whoa. This is the thing. We're handling those corrupted lawmen that did something to Lee Thompson. What did Lee do? How do we even know Lee even did anything? Did they just toss him in the wagon and just say, hey, we're going to corrupt people can do whatever they want, right? So Lee, what did you supposedly do?
I can tell you exactly what I did. Let me look in front of you.
Before you make your statement, Mr. Lee Thompson, with all due respect, is anybody here to hear about this random guy, Lee Thompson's prison stories, or are you guys here to hear about your possible mayors?
That was wrongfully convicted.
If everybody's here to listen to Lee Thompson's story, then I'll gladly shut up and we can hear all about how Lee Thompson was born and raised and how he went through the struggle and he's facing adversity and blah, 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 blah. It's foolish. It's a waste of time.
It's
Right,
not.
there's
No, I'm
one
not
thing
going
to make
about
this
my
very
backstory.
one-sided.
I'm going about that COTS program that the law enforcement said that you run supposedly. I
I
did
got
not know
nothing
that.
to do with that. Marshall
Just funny how
Tuesday
your
made his
law
own
enforcement cared about
presentation.
you so much.
Hello? He made his own
Right,
press conference. If I make something, I make a press conference for it and I take all the credit. I to do with the COTS, so don't you dare, just like your buddy over here, I guess you guys are Tweedledum and Tweedledumbass, over here making up lies and rumors and accusations with no backbone to it. This is ridiculous. Foolish and ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
I before anybody speaks, this man here to my right is perfectly fine if you get wrongfully convicted of something. He is perfectly fine if you die tomorrow.
Wrongfully
He is perfectly fine.
convicted?
Anything. Okay, well, you say wrongfully convicted. Do you wrongfully just arrest people? That's probably not you, but you have corrupted people that do that. And you can't tell me those people don't exist. So those people that are in trouble that actually didn't do anything, anything that happens to you, he's not worried about it. So if you're fine with your mayor being not caring of, he just in his mind, he wants to,
Caring. The word you're looking
he
for
wants
is
to-
nonchalant. Nonchalant.
he wants to paint a picture of Saint Denis in his way, but not what the people need. Go vote for him. But if you need help, any kind of aid, I can do that. If you don't want that, then I guess you know what you're looking for. That's all I have to say.
A statement, please. Can I make a statement?
Go ahead, Sergeant.
So, just to add, the pastor says there is a little bit of corruption everywhere, nowhere possible else, in everybody. Now, pastor, did you or did you not thank me and show decency within your bar for arresting these corrupt law? If everybody within the law enforcement has some sort of corruption, explain to me why I did my job. Not only did I save Lee Thompson's life, but did I get rid of anyone else who is at anybody else's harm of doing such a thing to anybody else? Is that or is that not incorrect that you were thanking me for not being corrupt? Your words specifically and no one else's.
Okay, obviously, what's the point? Obviously, you did something good.
So the point of it being, if we're all so corrupt, and this
I
is what
didn't
your
say all.
main,
I
that
didn't
you
say
said
all.
there's
You
corruption.
definitely said all.
We'll
I
go
did
back
not
to
say
your.
all.
We'll go,
I
hold
am
on,
not
Pastor. Hold on, Pastor.
justifying
Hold on,
law.
Pastor. I'm making a front statement now. We'll go back to your statement, and we'll just replay this, right? Everybody just reimagine this. This man said there is corruption within everyone somewhere. Did he or did he not say that?
I'm pretty sure I said everywhere, but if I said everyone, I apologize, right? The thing is, why is that? You're really confusing me right now. This is not making any sense. When you have one bad apple,
You can't deal with the pressure of the statement because you
I
know it's.
I told you he couldn't handle the
Lee
pressure.
Thompson.
When
Lee
you
Thompson
have-
was arrested because Lee Thompson is a criminal.
Regardless,
if you have one bad apple, the whole bunch looks bad, right? But who's trying to really see who the bad apples are? I'm trying to do that. I didn't say everyone. It's everywhere. It can be anywhere. But if we don't want to stop it, vote for Doomsday. You guys are fine having to always look over your shoulder, not knowing if you can make it from home to the saloon. Vote for Doomsday. If you guys are fine, listen, he handles what? Diseases? Then go handle diseases in your lab, but not the mayor's man. No, you don't need that. All right? If he's going to be a doctor, be a doctor.
Hold on now, if I can make a rebuttal real quick. You were about to say Mayor's Mansion.
Okay, I said mayor's mansion. What do
I
you
don't-
mean?
It's on file that I've only visited during my term. I've only visited the Mayor's Mansion twice in my entire reign. During that time, the first time I had a dinner party and I invited everyone. Poor, middle class, high class, everyone was invited. The second time, I spend the night. Okay, I don't care about the Mayor's Mansion because I have money. I have my money. I have my foundation. I have my career. At the end of the day, I'll be perfectly fine without being mayor. I won't
That's fine.
lose any sleep.
I'm
But
glad
hold on. Let me finish my statement and I'll gladly let you talk. With that being said, it lets you know that I am here because I don't care about the title. I don't care about the money. I don't care about your recognition. All three things that I said straight to you. There's no other candidate who would tell you that. To many of you, you probably are looking at this and like, this is dumb. Why would he say that? That's so stupid for a candidate. And you're absolutely right. Because I'm not sitting here trying to make you believe I'm someone I'm not. That's not how I won being mayor in the first place. Anybody who went to my first campaign, I said everything that I wanted to do, and that's what I did. I said I wouldn't care about your feelings. I said that I was going to put the human race first, and that's what I did. I'm gonna tell you exactly how it is. Now, Pastor, if you don't mind me asking you a personal question, can I ask you a personal question?
Go for it.
Okay. So I told you guys that I don't need the mayor's mansion, but Pastor, is it true that recently you have lost $75,000 at the trust fund company? Yes or no? I just want a simple yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, my follow-up question to you, Pastor Samuel. Your main occupation is a pastor. Where the hell did you get $75,000 from? Because I know that you run a church, and now you got all these extravagant businesses. You got some of the most expensive businesses on that we've ever seen. So I guess my question to you is, where did all that money come from?
It's called investment.
Embezzlement?
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Embezzlement?
I said investments.
What did you invest into?
You take money and you learn how to use it, and you use it wisely.
So how did you use it?
So now you want to go deep into my.
How did you
I said if I asked you if I could ask you a personal question.
I have a
great answer for you.
Okay.
Everything I did was legal. Everything I will continue to do.
Oh, I never asked if it was legal. I would assume that it was legal.
But did you not say embezzlement? Did you not say embezzlement?
Hey, I was asking.
I'm wondering.
I'm just curious.
I don't want to hear it.
Hey, okay.
Listen, he said that he brought you guys to the mayor's mansion for a dinner. Poor middle class. Good deeds don't make you a good person. It's what's really what lies in your heart. Okay, you did that, but you're not worried about the people for today. You're not worried about the people about yesterday. You're not worried about tomorrow. You're not worried about these people. You're worried about the, what you said, right? Okay.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Okay.
You claim that you took the money to in other words, flip the money. How did you take the money?
How did I take the money?
Where did the money come from? I'm still asking. You said you invested it, but where did that money come from?
Yeah. Well, I started off pastor, still a pastor today, and there's something called offerings, and offerings keep the building together for the taxes and bills that I have to pay for it, blase. But I take a portion of that and I say, hey, let me invest it into this. Let me invest into that. Let me give back to the people. Let me go on ahead and food banks, food drives. I'm trying to worry about the lower class, the middle class, the higher class. Don't care what it is. Everybody matters to me. And that's just how I am. I'm sorry if I want to give back to the people. I'm sorry if I want to make a way. I'm sorry if I don't just want to have, don't put your money probably in the Saint Denis Trust Company. I got to figure out what's going on over there. They lost all my money, but it's okay. I got a nice little stimulus check. So, okay, I was down bad just a little bit, but hey, I said, hey, let me have hope again. Let me have faith. I'm going to go ahead and keep working hard.
Can I ask you two questions?
How am I going to lose hope but then try to help everyone else? So, therefore, I still have hope, and I'm still going to keep on working, and I'm still going to keep on giving back to the people.
Can I ask you two questions, Pastor, about some statements you just made?
Going on.
Okay, your first
statement that I have a question for. You said that you wanted to give that money back, start food drives, this, that, and the third.
That sounds
awesome. That sounds absolutely amazing. That sounds like some great things to have. That sounds like it'll definitely, give back to the community. So I guess my question to you is, with you having $75,000, worth of money to give back, and I'm not even going to talk about you saying, those are from donations. I thought churches were nonprofits, but hey, maybe things are different nowadays. I would have thought that it would go back to the church instead of into your pockets for you to lose. But regardless of that, I'm not going to ask any questions on that. But you also said that after you did lose the money, you got a little nice stimulus check. Now, my question to the crowd here: how many of you? You don't have to say anything if you don't want to. I'm not gonna air your business out. You're not the one on the mic here. But how many times have you been down in the dump or been so poor and needed help like the pastor claims people are, and you didn't get a stimulus check? But now pastor, because he's just such a great guy, he's just giving them a stimulus. Oh, poor pastor, here's a stimulus check. Pastor, how much was that stimulus check, if you don't mind me asking?
$774.
$774. That could feed like 5 families, more than that, for weeks on end, Pastor. So my question to you is, what are you gonna do with that stimulus check?
Okay, so it's not my fault from years from before that, higher uppers, people of the higher class, were what's the word? They were benefited with certain things and rewards. And then the middle class, lower class, they don't get those things. We can make that happen. We could change that. Now, I'm not worried about money. Money does help. But if I have to give away every single dollar, it does not matter to me. It's whatever make the people feel good. This is not, here's just my hair. Let me throw money. Let me throw money for votes. No, it's, do you worship money? Which is, let me not even get too deep with that because I know it might confuse some people. I am not worshiping money, but I will continue to work hard. That's what I would say to help the people. That's all.
Awesome. No further questions, Pastor.
Any other questions from the crowd?
Nope.
Nobody has another.
And I guess we're all done here, right?
No, sir. We got closing statements to make before we take it to the polls.
Okay. So, my closing statement. Take in everything that you heard today. At the end of the day, he said some things, I said some things. He made some points, I made some points. He stumbled over his words, I spoke with confidence. Now, depending on the type of person you are, certain things might align with you more than others. You might be like the pastor and you might care about poverty. You might care about getting rid of corruption. You might care about reducing crime rate. If that's what you care about, vote for the pastor. I don't care. At the end of the day, I can't be stopped. Because I'm not going to give up on the world. I'll gladly give up on all of you if you don't vote for me. And I'll look at you, and when the time comes, you're going to come to me, you're going to say, Doomsday, I'm sorry, I didn't vote for you. And I'm sorry, but we need you because Pastor Samuel's old ass just broke. Because he couldn't handle the pressure like you said. And I'm going to look you dead in your eyes and say, I don't give a damn. Because at the end of the day, I told you. I spoke the truth. I spoke with confidence. I didn't go back on any of my statements. And at the end of the day, you're going to do whatever you want to do regardless. I don't care. You're smart, intelligent, and care about the human race and us surviving as a species, you'll vote for Doomsday. That's all I've got to say for you all.
I'd like to
Have a
end
great
Y'all,
night.
I'd like to end it off with very, very short. You have one chance. I am not forcing anybody to give me a vote. Not one single person here has to give me a vote. This is your one chance, your one moment, and your one life. How do you want to live it? That's all I'm going to say. When you hear those 7 trumpets, only some people in here know what I'm talking about. All right. That's all for today.
All right, everyone. We want to thank you guys for coming out to this press conference. There'll be polls opened up here. You'll be able to come down once we get everything set up, the booth set up. Come down here, place your vote. All ballots are final. All ballots are anonymous. So after you're done, just place your ballot in the box, and then you can go on about your day. No, we're now going to take a brief intermission before the ballots come out. Good job, Pastor.
Hey, Dr. Grant.
Yeah, yes, I need to have a little chat with you, Doomsday. Can I? You
Perfect.
have time?
Yeah, I'd love to have a chat. Come on.
Got a headache. This is the... Oh, jeez.
Okay, so I could have mentioned this in your little speech press conference, but you have you seen my letter I sent you?
Letter. No, I don't think I have. Last time I remember seeing you was down there in Annisburg. I get a lot of letters. It probably got jumbled up. The fan.
I see you and your little speech about the vaccine that you got Dr. Chief to approve this.
Well, when I made the vaccine, there wasn't a Dr. Chief, so I just kind of went ahead and just said, hey, I got it approved by the Dr. Chief because there was no Dr. Chief, so, I didn't need no one. as far as the Dr. Chief position was, uh, you know, concerned, there was no one, so I got it approved.
But then when the Dr. Chief sent you a letter about the vaccine, and
Did you
Send me the letter when you were Dr. Chief.
Yes.
Before you were Dr. Chief. Oh, I'm sorry. I just didn't get it. You should have called. Give me a ring.
Well, okay, whenever you have time or right now, I would like to know about this vaccine because I have people complaining about it all around me. That you forcing it onto people, it's not working, it's not approved. What?
I didn't force anything on anybody. People are just upset. Was one of those people there in the crowd during that conference?
I don't know. There were multiple people.
Multiple as in how many? 1, 2, 4.
Valentine 2, and then a couple in Blackwater. I think 3.
I'm talking about how many people. So 3 people total.
5.
5? Wow. Okay.
They said, you've been complaining about it, that you've been doing this. And I would like to know what is the purpose of this.
To fight cholera
In Saint Denis,
in the world.
why are you forcing it on the citizens of Saint Denis?
I didn't force it.
Why are people saying so?
I don't know. They don't like me. They don't like my ideologies. They don't like the way I do things.
Well, in that conference, you did say to the sergeant that you asked him to get all these people the vaccine.
No, I asked him to protect and secure a position where I met and announced the vaccine. I was doing it in the Fontana Theater, and I needed security. I needed to make sure that nobody tried to get hasty with me about my announcement of the vaccine, and so I hired the law to protect the location.
So, why these people just the people of Saint Denis have the option to take the vaccine, or what's?
I mean, I would prefer it to be required, but certain jurisdictions prevent me from doing so, which is why it's not in the penal code of things that need to be required, unfortunately. But, maybe with you as the Dr. Chief now, we can get closer to that goal. After I'm re-voted, of course.
I would hope so. I do not really like that pastor, man.
I don't either.
So, if it was optional to take the vaccine, no one was forced to. Why do people just make it up?
Because they don't like to. They came to you because they knew that you were the Dr. Chief, and they said, "Hey, this might be our opportunity to get him out of here. Let's tell his boss." But at the end of the day, you're a smart man. You're gonna speak to me before just making rational decisions like firing me or this, that, and that, or revoking my license. And that's what I appreciate about you, Dr. Grant. Since day one, you've always asked me. You've gotten plenty of accusations about me, Dr. Grant. In our long period of time of knowing each other, you've gotten plenty of accusations about me, but yet I've never been arrested. I've never been convicted. I've never even been brought into the sheriff's station for questioning. And that's because they're just accusations. People haven't liked me since day one. Since day one.
You think there's a reason behind this?
I could. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
What would that be?
It's
envy. They envy me, Dr. Grant.
Well, like these hitting with hammers, tests on them about
accusations.
Yeah, but
lies.
There are so many accusations though. They always seem like it's.
So if there were so many, and they were real, and they hold it in your weight, why am I not arrested right now? That would be absolutely illegal and immoral. Now, I'm not a fan of morals. I don't believe in morals. But that would be illegal. I do believe in the law. And if that was to be real or true, I would have been arrested, right? They wouldn't have sent you, being a Dr. Chief, to handle a criminal. It would be the marshal coming after me, the law coming after me. But yet I'm able to walk around freely because they're nothing more than accusations and lies spelled by people who hate me. You have to understand that Pastor Samuel does have despite how foolish he looked on stage, he does have a following. He has a lot of people who really like him. So, he's going to do whatever he has to do to get ahead of me. And I guess that's why they all came to you.
Well, I'm sure you also people that like you.
Oh, I know there are people who do like me. But Pastor Samuel and his friends are obviously not one of them.
No, Pastor Samuel's indeed one of the 5 people that he's been complaining the most.
I'm not surprised.
He's quite interesting man. But
And you heard how he talked there on stage, so I mean, does he seem like such a reliable source when he's dodging questions and stumbling over his words?
I think I'd have a little chat with you. And whenever you get home, I'll send you another letter about I'm trying to work some more medicine because the ones we have right now.
Can you call me instead? I'm a lot quicker on a phone call than a letter. I'm not a big fan of writing letters back and forth.
I don't know if does your house have.
I don't be at my house. My lab has a phone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just call the lab.
I will do that, but if you can send a letter back, I know you send. Is that Lawman okay? Good.
Well, man.
Whenever you have time to react to that letter, I like to give all the information about the vaccine. Instead of when you get a next question about this vaccine, I can answer it. It will be all fine.
What I'm hoping. Sounds great.
Okay. Oh, hope you win this election, Dr. Mayor Doomsday. I'll see you around. Okay.
All right. Thank you.